Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Natiluv Tarot. Please like, share, and subscribe to help support the channel. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, my information is in the description box below, as well as you can check the community board post. I also have my prices and contact information up there as well. Quick disclaimer, this is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Anything I say is alleged, and if you need any type of medical professional help, please seek that. I'm by no means a medical professional. So as of right now, we're going to do a quick reading on Nicki Minaj and Lewis Hamilton. A lot of people seem to be curious about their energy. Now, let's see. I'm shuffling. Nicki Minaj and Lewis Hamilton. What's that? That one. Nicki Minaj and Lewis Hamilton. Spirit, Nicki Minaj and Lewis Hamilton. Can I get the energy surrounding Nicki Minaj and Lewis Hamilton, Spirit? Spirit, please come through with the energy for Nicki Minaj and Lewis Hamilton. 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 Oh. Okay. I kind of like this energy that I see here somewhat. Okay, so what I do pick up is that Lewis Hamilton views Nicki Minaj as a very abundant, wealthy, beautiful woman. He admired her looks, he admired her style, he admired her career, and he admired her perseverance, just her in general. It's like she was a wish fulfillment for him. Like if he had to sit down and really pan out the perfect girl, she would fall under that category, right? And for him, the relationship and them coming together, it was youthful, it was loving, it was caring, it was sweet. I feel like the both of them together had a level of confidence. It almost gave like power couple vibes. Like they complemented each other. It's like one person is like a leader, very confident, very strong, very action oriented and straightforward, and then the other person was more nurturing and stable, and money attracts money well. Well, let me not say that. They both attract money well in their own rights. However, one is more like nurturing and stable, more homey, while the other one is like the leader. And it kind of balances out because you can't have two alpha personalities. It's like one is alpha personality and the other one is a little bit more laid back and calmer. So it was like an even balance between them. However, what I do see though with the Four of Swords in reverse, there was something about them being too busy. Like they didn't have enough time to like settle down and to really enjoy each other's company the way they would like. And that is where the disconnect and the issue comes in, because when you have two people that are constantly busy and they're constantly on schedules, it makes it kind of hard to bond the way you want to bond, right? And Spirit is saying that had they held on to each other just a little bit longer, they would have been able to start over and have a new beginning with each other. But unfortunately, they didn't hold on to each other long enough. But the attraction was always there. And with these cards, they would have definitely had like a happy ending with each other. And it could have resulted in pregnancy as well. I'm predicting it could have been a little boy. But he does see her as an abundant and beautiful person, and she found him to be sweet and charming and relaxing as well. So it's kind of weird that they didn't last, but I'm telling you, it's something about them being busy and their schedules not aligning and them not being able to have enough time with each other. Spirit, can I have some more cards in regards to Nicki Minaj and Lewis Hamilton? Yeah, them meeting was a blessing. It was fated. They were meant to learn from each other. And I feel like there is like a bit of regret on both ends that they didn't make it work, because I think now, being that she's in the situation she's in with her husband, I think she noticed that Lewis Hamilton had great qualities. He would have made a wonderful husband. He was a great partner. Spirit, can I get some more? See? That's that partnership card. They would have poured into each other's cup. They would have been equally yoked. They didn't give each other enough time. They didn't give enough. I'm sorry. I'm getting tongue tied. They didn't give each other enough time to really bond and to really dig deep into each other's emotional feelings, because there was a lot of emotions there. They just didn't have the time to dig into it. And it's funny because they both think about this. They contemplate on it from time to time too. And it might have been a situation where they were together, then they separated, and they both were heavily on each other's mind, pulling on each other's heartstrings, but never came back together. And then, of course, life takes them into different paths, and now it's just too late. Spirit, Nicki Minaj. Yeah, there was a lot of truths that they didn't say to each other, and they should have been more clear. See, communication was an issue with them too. They weren't spending enough time because of scheduling is what I'm picking up, and they weren't really speaking the way they should have spoke to each other and been more straightforward and honest with each other. And that's understandable too, because when something is fresh, you're still learning how to kind of maneuver it. And I felt like had they given each other just a bit more time, they would have learned how to effectively communicate. And I feel like he would have been willing to do that, because he has an energy. I feel like she's the King of Wands, that fire energy, and I feel like he's a King of Pentacles, that earth energy. Now, if I'm not mistaken, she definitely is a Sagittarius, so she is a fire sign, so it makes perfect sense why the King of Wands came out. And the King of Pentacles can represent a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. So I'm not sure if Lewis Hamilton is any of those signs. He could be, and if he's not, he could possess those highly in his chart or have mannerisms of an earth sign. But he's definitely, it's giving he was very stable-minded, stable in as far as his career-wise and living. You know, he was always making money, and he was very nurturing, a loving man. Like, this is a sign of someone that would have made an amazing husband. And I feel like that's somebody she would have needed, because what I pick up with Nicki is that she's not 100% in her soft girl era. She has to, you know, be super alpha all the time and always having to put her guard up. And then she exudes some masculine energies at times. And what I feel like is Lewis Hamilton would have softened her out. She would have been able to feel like a real woman. She would have been able to live her soft girl era. She would have been able to let her guard down, and he would have been able to come in and lead. And she would have been okay with that, and they would have balanced each other out. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah. They didn't follow their intuitions with each other. I feel like deep down inside, yeah, because they were in a mental conflict with what to do. And sometimes when you're in a mental conflict on what to do, and you're stuck with trying to figure out what your discernment is telling you, sometimes you feel like the easiest route is to just kind of let it go instead of dealing with it head on. And I feel like that is what happened. They didn't know how to deal with it. They didn't know what to do at that point in time. Oh, Nicki. I wish she would have gave this a chance, because I really feel like he would have made an amazing, amazing man for her. He would have allowed her to have her spotlight, allowed her to work, allowed her to be, like, you know, the star that she is, but at the same time treated her like a queen and loved on her. And he would have been okay with that. And the thing is, he is giving, he's low-key a homebody, so they would have had an amazing home together. Spirit, any love messages from the Hermit Tarot coming out for Nicki Minaj and Lewis Hamilton? Any messages? Yeah, this love scares me. You see what I'm saying? They didn't know what to do. Reach out. Right. See, when they separated, there were so many feelings there, and the one was waiting for the other to reach out. They both had the same mindset, but guess what? Nobody ever reached out. Look, need more balance at the bottom of the deck. They needed to be more grounded with each other. They needed to communicate more and spend a little bit more time, and they would have made it work. Oh, man. If I ask you to stay, would you leave? Wow. I imagine you naked. This is what I'm saying. They have such an amazing chemistry, and they find each other attractive, but they both were questioning the relationship at the time when they were dealing with each other. You already know, see? That's them saying to each other, you know, look at the bottom of the deck, I'm terrified. I'm telling you guys, when they had, like, came together, it felt different. It felt like something they never experienced before, and they did not know how to take that because they're so used to being guarded and having their walls up. Anything else, Spirit, for messages? Listen to your heart. I'm addicted to you. Be more selfish. Your family won't like me. All right. So it's definitely giving that they were having an emotional conflict when it came down to how they were feeling about each other and how they should make the relationship work. They couldn't come to an agreement, and then there were like little things in the background that might have affected the relationship, and they just didn't know how to deal with it. You know, it's giving like the two perfect people came together, but came together at the wrong time. Like they should have came together maybe later on in the timeline together. Like where Kenneth Petty is now during her timeline is where he should have been, and unfortunately they didn't meet at the right time, but they definitely possessed the qualities that would have made them an amazing couple together. So I mean, I would have rooted for them. This energy seems amazing between them. I'm just so sorry that she'll never get to experience that with him in this lifetime. Who knows? So maybe they're past life lovers, and maybe the next go round they might be able to actually meet, connect, and be together. But I don't feel it in this lifetime. It's giving bittersweet, and I'm hearing Erykah Badu next lifetime as I'm talking about this. So I do feel like they were each other's soulmate in a sense. All right. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. It's Natiluv Tarot. Please like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. And please help out with the channel. Please like, bring in those views, as well as please book me. And if you know anyone that likes to get tarot readings done, please you know, send them over my way. I'm always taking new clients. Thank you guys. Bye bye.